Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2009, and here in the Emerald Isle, our politics have grown unstable as more secrets hit the table.
Good morning and welcome to Coffee Break. But alas, have no fear, for our voters are not disabled.
Definitely. I'm sure most of you already know that our government has been dissolved, and we will be having general elections on September 8th.
Now, there are several versions on the street as to what really happened to cause all this upheaval in our politics.
In fact, one version is that a member of government signed a contract committing Montserrat to host a golf tournament.
A contract?
Mm-hmm.
We talk about a golf tournament?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a golf course here in Montserrat.
Exactly. In fact, the government was taken to court and lost. No surprise, huh? Mm-hmm. Resulting in monies having to be paid out.
No. Really?
Yes, really. According to the word on the street, that is. In fact, as I hear it, the British government ordered that the responsible minister should be fired. All monies paid out will need to be repaid.
Well, so is that why there have been rumors of problems with the pay for government employees?
I think so. Apparently, the government was trying to protect its own.
As usual.
Well, from what I hear, the British government certainly put on a spoke in that wheel as far as protecting goes.
How so?
Well, the word is that our government was told that should this particular minister not be fired, future budgeted monies would be withheld.
Ouch.
So, the minister was fired.
So, why is everyone acting like it's such a surprise?
Well, because it was. See, the Friday before the announcement was made public, rumors were already circulating on the streets that the chief minister would be retiring and that the government would be resolving.
So, how did it go from the chief minister retiring to the firing of two ministers?
Well, it seems somebody somewhere played some really good politics.
Why?
Because, as I hear it, members of the recently dissolved government were also under the same impression, which means that they thought the chief minister would be resigning, dissolving government, etc., which would explain their actions on that historical Monday.
Well. So, girl, tell me what happened.
Well, the Monday morning, 5 members of government approached the governor to be sworn in as a new government. However, 2 of the 5 members were fired on the spot instead of being sworn in.
Double. Ouch. Sounds like they didn't see that one coming.
No, they didn't, I know. Really ironic if you ask me.
Well, as I gather, Montserrat's majority public, as I gather, it sounds like it had enough of the same old soup. Sounds like it's time for a change.
Definitely, I'm with you. I'm hearing the same thing too. Hopefully, it won't be a change from bad to worse.
First of all, I don't see why the British had to order this particular minister to be fired.
What do you mean?
I mean, what I mean? A contract was signed to host a golf tournament in a country with no golf course. What do you mean by what I mean?
What do you mean?
Okay, it is time for people to start taking responsibility for their actions. Signing a contract to host a golf tournament in Montserrat could very well be viewed by some as a rather retarded and illogical move. One that, definitely should not have been made by a representative of the government.
I know y'all thought I was going to say that, right? But she said it. I ain't say it, she said it.
Yeah,
but I have to agree. It's kind of hard to justify. I mean, I'm trying here, but I just keep coming up with a blank. Why would you sign a contract to have a golf tournament in a country with no golf course?
Not to mention, the system is certainly looking real faulty as well.
Meaning what?
I mean, meaning what? Well, didn't that contract go through the Attorney General's office? Did it? If it didn't, isn't it supposed to?
You have a good point there, Sounds like there's a possibility that more heads should have rolled instead of that 1 or 2.
In any case, I wonder why this particular situation made the British government get involved. Why not before? Why now?
Your guess is as good as mine.
You know what, Lucifer? I wonder if the British government plans to stay involved.
I wonder if now that they are involved, if they will start pumping money into Montserrat like they've been doing with the Gaza Strip.
I know, right? If we get that money, our economy would get one hell of a jump start.
Well, forget it. Remember, it now costs more to get out of the UK to the Caribbean. Okay?
So, they said that they increased the price for passports and the departure tax for travelers going to the Caribbean.
Sounds like to me they're trying to deter people from coming down here. Alright? But in any case, I would also like to mention that the foreigners in Montserrat also have a right to vote. Imagine, Montserratians are the minority in the voting public and the working public.
For true, I wonder how many of the foreigners voting in this election would allow Montserratians to vote in their home countries.
I bet you that would be a big fat none.
Why none? They could vote here.
That's because in Montserrat, the people running the country have a whole different level of genius than anywhere else in the world. Okay?
What's even more funny, some Montserratians don't have a problem with foreigners voting in their election.
Nope, they sure don't.
But they have a problem with Montserratians not living in Montserrat voting in their election.
They sure do. Go figure. Now, do you see how genius this level of genius is?
Actually, not really. It's a little too genius for me.
I'm trying to tell you.
However, we'll keep working on our intellect until we get the right level of genius correct. In the meantime, and in between time, join us next week for a whole different aspect right here on Coffee Break.